Hi everybody. So it's such a beautiful day here, springtime in New Jersey, and the clouds are gorgeous, the trees, and I wanted to come on because I had this thought this morning about well, nurturing yourself, right? And so I was thinking about that. And I was thinking, like, okay, how do I nurture myself, right? And, like some people get their nails done, and some people, you know, will meditate. And for me, I think definitely talking on this, like sharing, is my way of nurturing myself. And I don't know, it brings me joy, and I love to be creative. And I just, when I don't have this, it just feels like I just feel stagnant, and I lose my self-confidence. And it doesn't have to, in my life it wasn't always this exact thing. I mean, there was a time where I would worship and I would play the keyboard, and that I was kind of my way to nurture myself. So that's another way I can nurture myself. And you might find a way to nurture yourself that looks different. But I wanted to say about just the thoughts that we have every day, and we have, like, from the time we wake up to like the time we go to bed, there's just thousands of thoughts that just go through our mind, and some more than others, right? And I was just realizing that, like, I know the verse that says take every thought captive, right, and bring it to the obedience of Christ. But I was just like, this morning I just felt like, wow, like I can grasp like such a realness in that like we can take the thought captive, think about the thought, and if it's a negative thought and it's making me feel bad, or feel bad about someone else, or feel bad about myself, or like just negative feelings, right? Negative vibrations, right? We have the choice to like change it and let it go. And so that's what I was doing this morning. And for example, I could say trying to think of an example, but like, you know what I mean? I could say, like, I don't want to go outside because I will get bit by mosquitoes, right? I could say that. And I could think of negative things. There could be ticks in the grass. It could start to rain. I don't know. But I could choose to change my thoughts, and instead of not wanting to go outside because I could get bit by mosquitoes, I could just be like, you know what, I'm going to choose to want to go outside because it's so beautiful out, and exercise is good for me, and it makes me feel good. And so, there's more examples. Or, okay, so let's think about this. Like, I could have a thought that, like, oh, I think so-and-so doesn't like me, right? Because of an XYZ. And these thoughts just come in my head, right? And then I'm like, I can challenge that thought. And I could say, wait a minute, do I know for sure they don't like me? Did I really get inside of their head and hear that information? And then I could say, no, I didn't. I was imagining it. And then I can say, you know what? Like, I'm going to choose to believe that they're busy, they have a life, and it's all in God's leading, and He, you know, sometimes He wants you to be with certain people, and sometimes it's not the time, you know, and that it's divine, and it's good, and it doesn't mean they don't like you. Yeah, and I was thinking about, oh, this bird up here is so pretty. It's a dove. I don't know if you could see it. Oh, it just flew. Oh yeah. So another thing I was thinking about, and you guys can comment on this one, because you know, I used to have this saying that I don't look for signs, but signs follow me, right? And then maybe I said that because I didn't want to get like over paranoid, like, I'm at a traffic light, Lord, left or right, you know, and then I hear right, left, right, you know, and like, oh gosh, no. So, okay, yeah, let's not go that extreme, right? Yeah, you can't let it, like, you don't want the egoic mind to like rule you with that kind of thing, right? So if you let the ego take over and ask all these questions, and you know, that could be crazy. But I was thinking, as long as you're in flow, right, that you can, it's okay to look for signs. Like, as long as you're not in the egoic frame of mind, like, let the Spirit lead you, right? Yeah, so it's kind of a shift, I feel like, because I think I was just kind of being like, don't look for signs, you know? They'll follow you, but don't look for them. So yeah, that's just what I'm thinking about. And so if you have any comments about that, let me know. All right, take care.